Chair, Ranking Member McGovern, members of the committee, thank you for having us. I am proud to co-sponsor Leader Jeffries' amendment and to be here in support of this urgent lifeline for the American people. To my Republican colleagues, welcome back. I don't know what you've been doing the last 54 days, but I hope you've spent some of that time talking to your neighbors, hearing from your constituents, and I hope you've heard the same stories that they have been conveying to us. I hope you realize just how anxious they are, how desperate they are as they scramble to figure out how they are going to afford health care under this Republican budget. And I hope you got a chance to hear from the people who traveled to the United States Capitol trying to secure meetings with their Republican members of Congress. Americans like the farmer I met, Ann, from Minnesota. She's a soybean farmer, already suffering from the market disaster caused by Republican tariffs. Then she found out her local hospital was closing because of the Medicaid cuts in your budget. And now you're going after her ACA coverage. And by the way, 1 in 4 out of our farmers get their health care coverage through the ACA. You have sent her premium skyrocketing, and I have heard this same story from small business owners, from gig workers, from parents, from people who live in your states. So what are we doing here today? You've already voted to dismantle Medicaid, the largest healthcare program in America, a program that covers 40% of all births in this country, 40% of children in this country, 40% of disabled people in this country. But you couldn't leave it there. Now you're going after the millions of families who get their coverage under the Affordable Care Act. And let's be clear about what that actually means, specifically to your own constituents. Let's take a couple making $88,000 a year. In each of your districts, that couple currently pays for a Silver Plan $623 a month. It is by no means cheap. But here's what that couple will pay in 2026 if you vote yes on this budget. In Pendleton, New York, this couple will go from paying $623 to $1,160 per month. In Tifton, Georgia, they will pay $2,134 a month. In Greensboro, North Carolina, they will pay $2,300. In Rock Hill, South Carolina, they will pay $2,600. And in Fredericksburg, Texas, this middle-class couple will pay $3,000 every single month to get themselves some halfway decent health insurance. This budget will raise costs on people who voted for Donald Trump, people who believed him, who believed their Republican members of Congress when they promised to lower their cost of living. And instead, they're being asked to spend up to $3,000 a month for ACA coverage. That's $36,000 a year before their deductible, before their copays. What a betrayal of a straightforward promise. But this is not a given. This does not have to happen to the American people. This is a choice. Democrats have been presenting off-ramps all year. We've been giving you a chance to reverse course day after day. Well, here's another. Here's another chance to do right by the people you represent, who believe in you and voted for you. I urge you, for the sake of the American people, to make Leader Jeffries' amendment extending the ACA tax credit for 3 years in order, and bring it to the House floor for a vote.